Have you been taking 30, 40, 50% retainers from your clients? Well, that's not the way to do it anymore, and here's the reason why. So the old way of taking retainers in the wedding and event industry is to take, say, a 50% retainer to book your services all day on, say, a Saturday event. So if a wedding client comes to you and they want to book whatever package you have, they would just pay a 50% retainer depending on the price of that package. Here's what happens. One client would book a Saturday date for you at, say, your $2,000 package, and so they're only paying a $1,000 retainer. But then another client would book you for a Saturday event and would book your highest package at, say, $5,000, but they would pay a $2,500 retainer. Now, this is not reasonable across the board because you're charging different clients a different amount to book the same Saturday day and cancel that date out on your calendar so that other clients can't book you for services too. The reasonableness of a retainer is actually a legal contract defense that the opposing party could make and say that the retainer that they booked, the non-refundable retainer, is not reasonable, so they deserve a refund. As we all saw during what happened with COVID-19, clients were consistently asking for refunds of their non-refundable retainer. And it ended up not being fair to some clients because some clients were losing out on, say, $1,000, but then some clients were losing out on $2,500 for the exact same Saturday date that they booked you for. So lawyers on their side started figuring this out. And it was a really interesting argument that was made that said, well, you didn't charge a reasonable, consistent fee across the board as a retainer amount to book your services for every single client. You were charging some clients $2,500 and some clients $1,000. What you don't want to happen is have a client who then gets an attorney, argue these things, and ask for a full refund. So to combat this issue, moving forward post-COVID-19, here's what I suggest you do. You have a flat fee retainer that is consistent across the board with all clients who would book you on, say, a Saturday event date. You could charge $1,000 flat fee for anyone to book your services for a Saturday wedding. No matter if they are booking a $2,000 package or a $5,000 package, you're going to charge everyone a $1,000 non-refundable retainer to book your services on that date and cross out that date on your calendar for anyone else who would inquire. But I'm sure you're thinking, well, Paige, I also need more money because I perform services up front. Here's how you solve that issue. You would charge the $1,000 non-refundable retainer flat fee across the board, but then you could charge, say, $1,500 that are due up front for XYZ services that I'm going to perform in the first 30 or 60 or 90 days after you book me. So if your clients are booking a $5,000 package and you really want to ensure you're getting somewhere around 50% upfront due upon signing, you have your $1,000 non-refundable retainer, and then you're extrapolating out what services you're performing in that first 30, 60, 90 days. And once those services have already been performed, those would be non-refundable as well. This new wave of flat fee retainers is something I highly recommend that you consider changing in your client contract. In the Legal Paige shop, all of our wedding and elopement photography contracts have been changed to reflect this. So the fee and retainer clauses in those contracts now have flat fee amounts. And if you decide to perform services, say a hair and makeup trial, or an engagement session, or a mood board for a client, you can make sure you have payment plans throughout the process upon them initially booking you and you providing services on that wedding date. And you can have payment plans reflect the type of services you're performing throughout the time that they work with you. All of that is included in the fee and retainer clauses in our template contracts. But if you just want to add in an updated fee and retainer clause to your contract, you can also get that template clause in the Legal Paige shop and add it in today. Also, if you have any further questions about flat fee retainers and what you should do, please come join us in the Legal Paige community on Facebook, where we are having an open discussion about this. See you there.